Hello? Hello? Oh! Hello everybody, and welcome back. I'm BeachBumler, and today we're going back to 2007. We're gonna start the game that Frictional put out back in 2007 before they even thought of, or before they even let us know about Amnesia. I want to start from the beginning, and that begins with Penumbra Overture. Alright, so honestly, if I was playing by myself, I'd probably do hard, and I would hate the entire time that I was playing the game. So we're gonna do normal, because I don't want this to be too easy, but I don't want it to be so hard that we can't do this. My story began in February, year 2000.
For my part in this allegory, I'm not going to make the same mistakes my father made.
It's a good idea.
Howard vanished from my mother's life before I was even in it. So when he sent me a letter a few days after Mum's funeral, it was the first I'd ever heard from him. Pity he was dead. Writing from beyond the grave must be a genetic habit in my bloodline. His letter contained a key, instructions, pleas for forgiveness. I figured the dead don't have much use for absolution, so I turned to his prophetic passing, which he inexplicably expected to come any day.
Sure.
Clearly averse to explanations, my father preferred to leave directions to a bank on Mayfair I'd never even heard of. In that bank was a safety deposit box in his name, and myself as executor.
Okay.
Of course, I went, as he knew I would.
Of course we did.
I discovered that despite the evidence, he'd been legally declared dead almost 30 years ago, and so the old book and collection of notes I found had, in the eyes of the law, been mine all this time.
That is really, really weird.
My father's instructions were to burn the documents, raise no further questions. But that was his error. No man's immune to the shameful trappings of curiosity, and my humanity got the better of me. The
Curiosity killed the cat.
Was world-renowned for two things: physics and linguistics. I represented the first, and the man who stood for the second was stumped by my recent acquisition.
Okay.
The book was indecipherable. The notes, however, showed a location somewhere in uninhabited northern Greenland.
Greenland? What the hell is in Greenland?
It took me almost a year to book the last flight I'd ever take. As I watched civilization disappear along with Heathrow, I realised my father had disappeared 3 decades ago, almost to the day. And I considered in turn what it was that I was leaving behind. We landed on a strip of ice a few feet wide, and within minutes I was pulling away on a chartered boat, beginning the 12-hour journey that would lead me into my past.
So, do we know we're not coming back? Whoa. By the way, this is 1920 by 1080p, and this actually looks... Oh, hold on. Finally, we're almost docked. I'd better stow my gear. I may be far from home, but chances are I can still pick things up. Left mouse, and I can take a closer look at things using right mouse. Okay. Gotta take the Jack Daniels. It's... I want it... I want it in my mouth. Oh, why? Why? Dang it. Alright. Always good to have a notebook to jot down interesting information and reminders. I think I left my torch in the desk drawer next to the bed. It can be opened using my left mouse on it, holding the button down and moving the mouse. Oh, I can throw things. Hi-ya! Hadouken! Get out of the way. More Jack. Dearest Eric, just a quick note before you set sail and leave me once again. I've left you a little something to remember me by in the chest at the foot of my bed. I really don't know why. You still only have one bed on board. Taking shifts because of it is no way to get your rest. But what does a fisherman's wife know? Oh, this is a woman. But what does a fisherman's wife know of life at sea? I'll be praying every night for you to Make the catch you need so that you can come home to me safely and soon. Please don't be gone for 5 weeks like last time. I know I might nag sometimes, but I do love you, you know. I've washed those overalls of yours. I know you'll get them covered in assorted fish parts in no time. But I still feel better knowing they've had a wash. Before I forget, the Hendricksons in the village have asked me to see if you'll be coming by any trout. But I would say they were mostly out of season. If you do happen upon any, don't say anything. Stow them well in the ice, and I'll do something special with them to celebrate when you come home to me. The ship's captain deserves a little special treatment once in a while. Take care, my love. How do I get out of this? There, okay. Somewhere out there must be land and answers. Ah, my little shit pot. Yes. I can go over there for now. It's a rickety wooden desk. I can get the drawer open if I just use the... Okay. So get out of here. Oh. Flashlight. Now, where's the emergency glow stick? Should still be in the locker. Keys in the inventory. I'm certain this map's a good decade or so out of date, but landmarks don't change much in Greenland, so I've got a pretty decent idea of where I'm heading. Yes. I'm gonna turn the mouse speed down a little bit. Okay. Key. Yes. Key. Ah, there we go. Get out of here, shit pot. Nobody needs you. Batteries. Yes. And a glow stick. Yes. Alright, I got my duffel. As I stepped off the boat, setting out into the blizzard that had formed around me, I realized how utterly devoted I'd been to the discovery of my father's past. I had no idea what to expect. Soon enough, my concerns were justified. I don't know whether I lost my orientation or my spirit first, but I lost feeling in my extremities soon after, and knew hypothermia was setting in. I started looking for shelter. This should be everything I need. Oh, that was the note. So cold. Don't know where I am. Need shelter soon. Okay, so I can run. My entire head went numb a long time ago. But I don't need to finish that thought, apparently. It doesn't mean anything. Oh, it's so cold. Why is it so cold? Frozen. Is there a hammer? Hammer! Hammer! Or a knife? Anything. Ooh. Oh, it's so cold. Ah. Yes. Come. Here, go over there. Ooh. Yes. I need to. Hi-ya! Come on. Oh, this is... Oh, this is, like, maybe the least fun part. Okay, we made it in. That's all that matters. What's with the whispering? Why are we whispering? A heavy-looking wooden barrel. Could be anything inside. Oh, so we just kind of fell. Alright. Empty boxes of ammunition. What is this place? Hello? Hello? I have flashlight. Steel rod. Oh god, why do I need that? Hello? You're not. Can I? Nope. Not important. Hammer. Let's see. I can swing this hammer if I hold left mouse. I can make a back swing by pulling the mouse right, and then follow through by pushing left. The opposite works too. Pulling back and then thrusting forward produces a stabbing motion. I reckon if I hold down right mouse after the back swing, I should still be able to. I love that the character is like telling me how to use my mouse. I get that they're trying to. It's the tutorial, but I just love that the character is the one telling me everything. That's spectacular. What is that? Oh, a flare. So, yeah. Anyway, back to like I was saying at the beginning. We're going back to 2007. I have always wanted to play this, but I've never been able to. It's stuck. There must be something in the way.
A few moments later.
Nope.
Does that do anything?
Nope.
Ah, that's eerie. Metal shelf. Nope. I might be the worst Penumbra player. Come here. Alright. Here we go. Found this little shaft behind the metal shelf. We're gonna go ahead and... Oh no, this isn't... Oh, come on. Come on. Leverage. We gotta use leverage. Get this open. Can I just... I just went back there. How about... Oh yeah. Oh my... I am an absolute moron. Come here. Get out of the way. I'm not that bright. Ooh! Hello? Whoa! What is... I don't know if I want to know. Hello? Oh, it's the door. That doesn't make much sense. Looks like something kind of industrial mechanism, although there's a hole in the center and no way to operate it. Right? Alright. How much battery do I have left? Okay. Nothing? Nothing. Alright. Put that away. I'm going back in. Into the hole I go. This is where I would have thought that it would have led, but... Oh, this is some topsy-turvy kind of crap. Oh, I'm so disoriented. That's where I just came from. What does that... That's the... What the... There's gotta be another way. Or here? This thing is like all over the place. So if I go that way, it takes me to that area. If I go this way and then left, it takes me to this area. Should I just... Oh, you know what? Pipe.
Duh.
Whatever I was descending into, it was 100 feet below ground, protected by 2 solid metal latches located in a remote, Arctic wilderness and buried beneath the snow. I didn't know what to expect, but it made me feel something I hadn't felt since I was a child. I'd never given it much thought before, but I realized that our entire society is a network of safety nets, emergency services at the end of a phone line, health and safety in the workplace, friends, family, lovers. All there if something was... All there if something goes wrong. Part of a carefully designed structure to prevent all but the most mundane of emotions. Once again, I felt like I did when I was in school, surrounded by a closing ring of older kids, knowing everyone that might help me. Friends, parents, teachers were too scared or too far away. I've jotted down a note, just in case. Okay. N. Notes. Fisherman's wife's love... There could be anything living down here. Heroics are for Hollywood actors and fairy tales. I'm not taking any chances. If I face off against anything down here, I won't waste a second. Or I won't last a second. Caution and stealth are my only defenses now. If anyone or anything hears me, I'd be best off staying low and out of sight until I know whether or not it's a threat. Crouching by pressing left control, thanks for telling me how to use my keyboard, but we already kind of figured that out, will give me the chance to hide in the shadows. I'll know I've got it right because of the blue tint on my vision. Plus, I should be quiet enough that I won't be heard unless something's right on top of me. Better remember to shut off any light sources, though. Okay. Oh. My best bet is to hide for a couple seconds or so. Okay, so we're there. Office. Did I just hear something? No, of course not. Okay. I'm taking this bottle with me because I think it would be helpful. I'm gonna go to storage first, maybe? I just like to go right, if I can. Can I light this? This place must be old if they were still using paraffin lamps. Looks like there's still some juice left. Come on, bottle. Storage. Do I need to go to storage yet? I don't know. But I'm gonna go to storage because... reasons. I say we do a little bit... What the heck is this? Does that mean there's someone still inside I can hear chattering? Jot down a note just in case. It's a crude representation of a scorched writing spider. It's a lighter. Wasn't empty. It'd be a handy thing to have. Deranged mind. Some kind of a trapdoor, but I can't see what it would be. Okay. Are these useful? Can I take these? It's locked. Okay. Okay, that was from me moving the boot around. Oh. The sound stopped. Nope. We're gonna close that. Okay. So there's still someone in that. It's an old artifact. What does an artifact do? What the hell? What just happened? I don't know if that was such a good idea. Okay. I don't know, the painkillers. Oh, so it must be that must be the healing kind of process. You know what, guys? Hold on. I got to let my kitty out. How's our battery looking? Notebook, painkillers, 32%? I'm not entirely sure how we're doing on. Freaking shoes, man. I don't know if I want to go in there.
Nope.
Okay. We got the lighter. If we have to go back there, we'll go back. But... Alright, so let's put the lighter in 3. Christ, what am I thinking? I was thinking of lighting this. Nope. Why not? Why wouldn't I? Oh. What? I've never been this scared in my life. I can feel my heart racing. If anything gets within more than a few feet of my hiding spot, I'd better not stare at it. Oh. What is that? I don't see anything. What am I hiding from? It's over there. I don't know what's going on, but it sounds like almost like a dog, or like it's growling. I think we gotta go to the office. Yeah, I say we go to the office now. Just because it's the next stop. Oh. There's a bottle. Office. Okay. Ooh, light. Very nice. Let's open from the bottom. Nothing. Open from the middle. Ooh, we have something. Beef jerky. And then, whatever. We have another flare. I need a key. Okay. Ah, more painkillers. Pills here. Anything up top? Nope. How about in the bottom? Ah, more beef jerky. Nope. Okay. What do we have over here? Nothing of use. At least not yet. Nothing of use. Nothing of use. Nope. Nope. Ooh, we have a key. We'll read the note in just a second. I want to open the rest of the drawers. Batteries? I don't know what that is. And then notes. Alright, let's open the chest. Okay. Big Book of Explosives, 1923 edition. Chapter 1.3, Black Match Fuse. The black match fuse is one of the oldest, simplest, and most reliable fuses used in modern pyrotechnics. It is easy to create, essentially consisting of just string and gunpowder, but be warned, the chemicals concerned will stain clothing, and, as always, due concern is advised. Materials required is string, preferably cotton, black gunpowder, backstring. The string should be coated with a thin layer of backstring. I guess that's like wax almost? Like a beeswax maybe? Which acts as an adhesive. The string is then carefully rolled in the gunpowder and left to dry at least a couple of minutes before use. Chapter 2.1, Dynamite, invented by Alfred Noble in 1986. Dynamite is commonly used in construction, mining, and demolition. It has proved far safer to handle than alternatives such as pure nitroglycerin. Yeah, don't do that. That stuff degrades very quickly and becomes very volatile. Provided, that is, it has been properly stored. Over time, the explosive component of dynamite, supposedly made safe by the presence of the diatomaceous earth, has a tendency to weep, making an old box of the explosive liable to detonate on contact. Materials required: 1 part of diatomaceous earth, 3 parts nitroglycerin, small amount of sodium carbonate, text unreadable, and then simply form into a short stick and wrap in paper. TNT, Chapter 2.3. TNT was first discovered in 1863 by German chemist Joseph Verbrandt, but it took some years before it yielded its true potential. This was because of the difficulty of making it explode and the lesser detonation in comparison to dynamite. The main advantage was discovered by the German Navy, who employed TNT's relative explosive stability in order to cause massive damage to British warships. Their torpedoes could be detonated inside a ship's armor, rather than exploding on contact, as did other shells. Armstrong's Mixture. There's a lot of explosive, holy crap! Armstrong's Mixture is included in this book as more of a point of interest than as a viable chemical mix. The formula exists as somewhat of a legend in modern pyrotechnics, referenced by those knowledgeable enough to stay away from it, as death mix. Its incredible volatility make it unsuitable for almost all potential applications. Materials required: red phosphorus and barium. This mixture can be carefully and slowly mixed to minimize risk to the chemist. Sulfur can substitute for some or all the barium. It slightly decreases sensitivity. So let me guess, I'm gonna make Armstrong's Mixture. Okay. What is backstring? 15th August 1945, Command Bunker, Emergency Airstrip Zulu, Weekly Report. Another unremarkable week in Greenland. Regular supply shipment received. Standard emergency drills carried out. Routine runway maintenance completed. I have ordered maintenance be carried out twice weekly from here on in, due to increased snowfall. 1 wounded. The 1 wounded figure is no cause for concern back in London. The Germans haven't extended their front line in 4,000 miles. 2 of my men were caught manufacturing cherry bombs in our workshop armory, and succeeded in blowing off a couple of fingers. I take partial responsibility for this, in that I allowed them access to the demolitions manual we keep in the storeroom, and I'm sure that's where they learned the ingredients. As a precautionary measure, I have now locked up that manual in the chest of my office, and will keep the key on my person at all times. Needless to say, both men have been disciplined, and the injured man has been sent home for medical care. I cannot help but think that a more suitable punishment would have been for him to stay out here, but the matter is out of my hands. This base is so disconnected sometimes, I feel as if this war could end, and we might not even hear about it out here. Supplies requisition order. Dynamite for excavation purposes. 7 bayonets, not necessary in my opinion, but procedure states we should have a full complement. 1 industrial ice pick for removing the damn ice that forms on the external hatch. 1 pair of reading glasses, category 7C. In order for myself, my glasses are in rather a poor state of repair and could do with replacing. Reconditioning of the mine continues to progress. The structure is being fortified from potential bomb damage, and excavation of previously caved-in areas is going ahead. 1 point of curiosity is some kind of archaeological find, an artifact buried in the earth and discovered by one of the work teams. Later this evening, after martial duty, I shall take a closer look at the artifact. It appears to be man-made and may have working parts inside. I shall remove what looks like the front glass and see if I can't discover the source of the light which constantly emanates from it. Chief NCO M. Major. Okay. So, artifact. I don't know why I keep peering into these things. A man, an old man, clutching something unseen. He is strange, and yet he is no stranger. Never seen before, still I know this man. Before me is Howard. I call him father. Okay. So the artifacts, it was different, but the same that time. Like I had more control, but over what? Okay, so the artifacts must be what kind of tells the story. Alright. I think we're gonna go to the explosives, and I did not take a picture of... the, map. I should have, but I did not. I'm just gonna set that down. I don't need it. I'm just gonna gently put that down so that we don't call attention to ourselves. Anything? No. Ooh. Storage room, workshop. We have to go to the workshop. We already went to the storage room. Is this the workshop? Workshop, okay. I've jotted down a note just in case. Oh, lovely. I love that we've jotted down a note while I'm, in the middle of a hallway. N. Officer's log, no? To-do list. I found a locked door in the middle of the mine. Great! What do you want me to do? There's a locked door with odd noises coming from behind it. And the storage. Okay. I don't know what you want me to do with that information, whatever your name is, of which you did not give. Jesus. I'm gonna go back to the map. But I don't know why. Explosives, workshop, storage. There must be something in the storage that I can use. So we're gonna head back to the storage. I pray that we don't run into whatever is making that noise. Ooh, I don't know where it is. Is it even here? I haven't seen it at all. I've just heard it. Or is it just making noises to try to make the atmosphere seem like there's bad? I don't know. That one sounded like it was following me. We're gonna go in here. Hello? Oh my god, you're annoying. How about take the rocks out? Aha! Get out of the way. Okay, so it lifts this way. Yes! Progress! That must have been the door behind me. I don't like this. It looks as if the basement caved in some years ago. Something's tunneled through here more recently, though. Christ, what sort of creature makes these marks? I don't know. Was that a spider? I don't like spiders. Okay, 1 second, guys. Gotta let the other kitty out. Alright, sorry about that. Great, now I have to deal with spiders. Ooh, I don't like that. Oh my goodness. Day one, I began this record, still in the hope that the great work we have undertaken here might one day be of scientific value, despite the chaos which has ensued in the 6 hours previous. My aim is to remain secure until what help there may be arrives, and to that end I have barricaded myself into a small workshop area in the abandoned part of the mine. I hope that the meager food rations here will keep me alive, and that those I hide from will not jeopardize that. Perhaps this mine really is cursed. It's almost precisely 30 years since the incident that brought us here, and now, 30 years on, fate has struck again. Day 3. I forecasted that today the rescue crews would arrive, but I can only hypothesize that they would be unaware of my location and hence busy themselves evacuating the other survivors. Yet, I mean, if you hide too deep, you ain't getting caught for a bit, bro. If they have not arrived by tomorrow, I will go out in search of them. Day 6. My first mistake was to make assumptions on the matter of rescue. My second mistake was to make assumptions on the safety of this mine. My third mistake was to act on both those assumptions in going outside of my safe haven. My best estimate is that I left the workshop where I was secured about 2 days ago in search of aid, and I have found only danger. I approached the old living quarters, but curiously, could find no sign of life whatsoever. I returned in what I thought was the direction from which I had come, but soon found myself in an unfamiliar locale. Confused, but focused, I attempted to make my way home, but found myself threatened by some species of feral creature, which seems to have made this old mine its home. Although the specimen bore significant interest to me, I chose to retreat, only to find myself outmaneuvered and outnumbered by the beasts. I turned and ran, injuring my ankle in the process, which I believe now is most likely a sprain, rather than a fracture. For some time I cowered and fled into the darkness. I don't know why that was such a hard word for me. Into the dark. But a few hours ago I discovered a door leading to a small, disused part of the mine, the key for which I still have in my pocket. Within that area I discovered this storeroom. I think it should keep me safe for some time. This place is a maze. My lesson learned. I will not venture out again until I am certain the area is safe. Day 19. Rescue seems increasingly unrealistic. Supplies diminishing. Lots of spiders in this place. I do not like spiders. Day 34. I caught one of the accused, the accursed 8-legged beasts, nestling in my open mouth when I woke up this morning. In my surprise, I swallowed it. It's not so much the act of swallowing which concerns me, but the genius of arachnid. The genus of arachnid? It would be likely that a cave-dwelling spider would be venomous to any significant degree, but the possibility troubles me all the same. Unlikely. Okay. Day 35. Any known venom would have affected me by now, and so today is the first minor cause for celebration I have had since the incident. By luck coincidence, this revelation also means I have discovered a virtual inexhaustible supply of nutrition. I intend to venture into the basement beneath this storeroom in the name of science to discover more about these creatures' natural habitat. Day 50. For 4 days now, I have been surviving solely off the quite considerable sustenance provided by the spiders. For some time, I was struggling to gather enough of the crunchy little morsels. However, Lady Luck smiled on me once more when the batteries in my torch died, and I made a second life-saving finding. The creature's natural habitat is the dark. With my light now diminished, I need only lie still for a few minutes, and I will have attracted enough of the beasts for a rather hearty meal. That's disgusting. You are a disgusting, vile human being now. A horrible sight. Luckily, it's mummified, or well, the smell would have been awful. Okay. Gross. I'm assuming that that's a dog or something. Can we, like, not? Oh, wait, I started here. Okay, so we went that way. It circled around. I'm gonna go this way. That steam could blister. Ow. Okay, so the beef jerky is like, I guess, a lure? If it weren't for the size of these pieces, I would say that it looked like eggshells. Oh god, don't say that. Day 71, my earlier assumptions on the benign nature of my cellmates may have been made in error. After a careful autopsy, I am concerned that there may be a small volume of natural chemicals stored in my stomach, which, if digested regularly over a period of time, may become psychotropic. Okay. Or even lethal. My only real chance is to break out of here and raid my stashes of supplies I can find. However, the evidence against such a move is insurmountable. I have no source of light. I swore to myself I wouldn't leave until I heard human voices outside. The spiders are so tasty. The spiders are so tasty! Day 100. From the marks I have been making on the walls and my scribbled diary entries, which, in the dark, may amount to an illegible, no, I can read it, scrawl. Today is the 100th day of my new life. Over the past... How can you tell? Like, how can you tell? You're in the dark underground. How can you tell? Over the past month, my edible friends have become more and more aggressive and have swelled in number and size. Whether or not this is a result of my plundering their ecosystem, I am unsure. However, at this rate of growth, they will soon be too large to crawl through the gaps in the walls. For all I know, I could only be seeing the tip of the iceberg. If all fails, and I am never recovered, I hope at least that my study of, and indeed involvement with, these fascinating creatures will one day be regarded as an important point in natural history. The greatest names in modern science got there more through fluke than talent, and it appears that this rule has extended itself to my discovery of this delicious new species. I only pray that the second rule deems my breakthrough too insignificant. What? I only pray that the second rule deems my breakthrough too insignificant, for all great discoveries tend to consume their inventor. Ah. Ow. Oh. Oh. Okay. Here we go. Run! I thought I was gonna get zippity zapped by that steam again. Are you shitting me? Can I just whack? Yeah. Suck on that. Oh, I should put this away. Nice. No more steam. Fluid lighter gas. Batteries. I like batteries. Can I break this? I bet I can break this.
Nope.
I don't think I can break it. I told you guys I couldn't break it. Don't know why you guys thought I could break it. I told you I couldn't. Alright, so the steam is no longer a problem. What is going to be the problem now, I wonder? Oh, I'm lost. Huh? It looks like someone's removed the ladder from these hooks with a pretty blunt saw. Okay. What do you want me to do about that? Oh, come on. Can I just build a ladder? There we go. Hello? Oh, buddy! I think someone's been dragged through here. No shit. I've never seen this much blood before. That was my best chance to get some answers. Oh. Okay. This isn't... You know what? I don't really care. I want this. Well, at least this one's a little more positive, although I'd question its motive. Okay. Yeah, you know, I don't know. Oh, shit, dude. Spider Hater's Note. Okay. Day 200. It has been some time since I recorded any findings in relation to the spider. Yeah, almost 100 days, bro. With whom I have shared my existence for the past 8 months, partly due to my enforced retreat from their basement territory. Not too long ago, their behavior became overtly aggressive, and so I have attempted to barricade the main entrance to their lair, and secured myself within one of the smaller rooms above it, the only one with an operational door lock. The other reason is that I have been recovering from a minor operation, which I was forced to conduct myself without the aid of anesthetic. Even if I did have any anesthetic or surgical tools, I couldn't afford to be less than diligent in my work, so anesthetic was out. Surgical tools are all well and good, but although it may be becoming old and rusty, I still trust my penknife to do the job just as well. Okay. The procedure itself was elementary enough, a simple amputation of a non-vital organ. I began to notice a thick glue-like substance forming on my tongue, and was forced to accept that it had become infected through constant toxin ingestion? Okay, day 300. Another hunt, okay. Another century of days comes and goes. It seems like so long since I escaped here. That's some stage. Since my last entry, I attempted to return from whence I came. That from which I originally was fleeing seems a fate far worse than the one I now face. However, in the time since I arrived from the larger mine system, a cave-in has occurred, blocking any further progress. I was forced to return and accept whatever end life has in store for me. I still hear my aggressive little friends scratching on the door to my cell. Brother, you are lost. What the fuck is that? The largest spider I've ever seen with its guts carved open. Oh. Okay. Looks like an internal organ, maybe an animal tongue. Oh. I love that he kept that. I love that he kept that. Is there anything of use in this room? No. We're gonna check out the other room now. Here we go. Oh. This hole isn't large enough for a man. Not that I go anywhere near it. Even if it was, what burrowed out of this tunnel? I don't know, but you know what? I got my hammer ready. Just in case. Why? Ah, that's right. You can't do anything with stuff in your hands. Jerkies. Okay. What did I get from this area? Lighter fluid. Okay. And then an old key. Yes. Alright, so I'm gonna stop here, guys, because I think this is a great beginning stopping point. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm BeachBumler, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for joining me. We gotta use leverage. Get this open. Can I just... I just want that. How about... Oh, yeah. Oh, my... I am an absolute moron.